Saving the hay each summer is vitally important for Coolmore. As with every other process on the farm, it's something that is meticulously planned for and executed with precision. We work long and hard to ensure hay of the highest quality is saved, cutting no corners along the way, and doing the ordinary extraordinarily well. Each summer, we will need to save 80,000 bales of hay for the horses in our breeding and training operations. And for this amount of hay, we will need to set aside an area of pasture of over 700 acres. Once the crop is cut, timekeeping is imperative. Immediately after it's cut, the crop is vigorously tossed out into swaths and is continuously turned for the following 3 to 4 days. This allows the hay to dry out while still keeping the grass leaf intact. Pending the right weather conditions, the crop is then neatly arranged into rows using a hay rake so that it's ready to be baled. It's essential for the hay to be dry at this stage, but not over-dried, as we like to keep the leaf fresh while the hay is still on the ground. The hay will be baled from midday on, after an early morning dew has evaporated. The hay is baled into small, square bales, as these prove much easier to handle, deliver, feed, and most importantly, to dry and store. Saving hay is hard work, and just as the machines will need a fill of diesel, the manpower requires a refuel of a different kind to keep them going throughout the day and into the evening. This is a welcome and enjoyable break spent basking in the warm Tipperary evening sunshine. Once everyone is refueled, JCB loaders are used to stack the bales onto large articulated lorries, transport them to their specially prepared barns, where they will be offloaded, dried and stored. On arrival, the bales are stacked in a patterned cross formation, which will optimize the airflow during the drying process, and will also ensure that they are neatly and safely arranged in the barn. Everything will need to be moved to the barn on the same day that it was baled, which often means working late into the evening. The red sky at night is a haymaker's delight and tells us that good weather is here to stay, meaning that planning can start for another busy day of activity. In advance of the hay being saved, a specially vented airflow tunnel will have been prepared at the base of each barn. A hay dryer will be attached to this airflow tunnel, and a pressurized airflow will be blasted into the tunnel for up to 10 days after the hay has been saved. This air will then circulate through the hay. As well as drying the hay, this process will also keep it from heating or indeed sweating. A layer of straw is placed on top of the bench to capture any moisture that rises as a result of the drying process. The hay is continually checked during this drying process. Once it has reached a moisture content of 12%, the dryers will be switched off and will be carefully stored away for another year. Samples of hay will then be taken for laboratory analysis to ensure it meets our exacting standards. This fine, well-drained, limestone-enriched land, resting in the heart of the Golden Vale, is an ideal canvas from which to harvest the highest quality hay. And it will provide a plentiful supply for the year ahead. The importance of feeding good hay to horses cannot be underestimated. And it's another reason why year in, year out, horses raised on our land excel on the racetrack.